The Sixth Crusade 1228-1229 was a military expedition to recapture the city of Jerusalem. It began 7 years after the failure of the Fifth Crusade and involved very little actual fighting. The diplomatic maneuvering of Fredrick II resulted in the Kingdom of Jerusalem regaining some control over Jerusalem for much of the ensuing 15 years. The Sixth Crusade is also known as the Crusade of Fredrick II. Hello friends, I am Habron Peters. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Christian Chronicler. I create informative videos related to Christianity. If you are new to this channel, do bless me by clicking like and subscribe button. Also don't forget to share and comment. It boosts up my morale to create such videos for you. Let's start our informative video on the diplomatic crusade of Fredrick II, known as Sixth Crusade. Of all the European sovereigns, only Fredrick II, the Holy Roman Emperor, was in a position to regain Jerusalem. Frederick was, like many of the 13th century rulers, a serial crucisignatus, having taken the cross multiple times since 1215. After much wrangling, an onerous agreement between the emperor and Pope Honorius III was signed on the 25th of July 1225 at San Germano. Frederick promised to depart on the crusade by August 1227 and remain for 2 years. During this period, he was to maintain and support forces in Syria and deposit escrow funds at Rome in gold. These funds would be returned to the emperor once he arrived at Acre. If he did not arrive, the money would be employed for the needs of the Holy Land. Frederick II would go on the crusade as King of Jerusalem. He married John of Brienne's daughter Isabella II by proxy in August 1225, and they were formally married on the 9th of November 1227. Frederick claimed the kingship of Jerusalem despite John having been given assurances that he would remain as king. Frederick took the crown in December 1225. Frederick's first royal decree was to grant new privileges on the Teutonic Knights, placing them on equal footing as the Templars and Hospitallers. After the Fifth Crusade, the Ayyubid Sultan al-Kamil became involved in civil war in Syria and, having unsuccessfully tried negotiations with the West beginning in 1219, again tried this approach, offering return of much of the Holy Land in exchange for military support. Becoming Pope in 1227, Gregory IX was determined to proceed with the crusade. The first contingents of crusaders then sailed in August 1227, joining with forces of the kingdom and fortifying the coastal towns. The emperor was delayed while his ships were refitted. He sailed on the 8th of September 1227, but before they reached their first stop, Frederick was struck with the plague and disembarked to secure medical attention. Resolved to keep his oath, he sent his fleet onto Acre. He sent his emissaries to inform Gregory IX of the situation, but the Pope did not care about Frederick's illness, just that he had not lived up to his agreement. Frederick was excommunicated on the 29th of September 1227, branded a wanton violator of his sacred oath taken many times. Frederick made his last effort to be reconciled with Gregory. It had no effect, and Frederick sailed from Brindisi in June 1228. After a stop at Cyprus, Frederick II arrived in Acre on the 7th of September 1228 and was received warmly by the military orders, despite his excommunication. Frederick's army was not large, mostly German, Sicilian and English. Of the troops he had sent in 1227 had mostly returned home. He could neither afford nor mount a lengthening campaign in the Holy Land. The Sixth Crusade would be one of negotiation. After resolving the internecine struggles in Syria, al-Kamil's position was stronger than it was a year before when he made his original offer to Frederick. For unknown reasons, the two sides came to an agreement. The resultant Treaty of Jaffa was concluded on the 18th of February 1229, with al-Kamil surrendering Jerusalem, with the exception of some Muslim holy sites, and agreeing to a 10-year truce. Frederick entered Jerusalem on the 17th of March 1229 and received the formal surrender of the city by al-Kamil's agent, and the next day, crowned himself. On the 1st of May 1229, Fredrick departed from Acre and arrived in Sicily a month before the Pope knew that he had left the Holy Land. Fredrick obtained from the Pope relief from his excommunication on the 28th of August 1230 at the Treaty of Ceprano. The results of the Sixth Crusade were not universally acclaimed. Two letters from the Christian side tell differing stories, with Fredrick touting the great success of the endeavor and the Latin Patriarch painting a darker picture of the emperor and his accomplishments. On the Muslim side, Al-Kamil himself was pleased with the accord, but others regarded the treaty as a disastrous event. In the end, the Sixth Crusade successfully returned Jerusalem to Christian rule and had set a precedent, in having achieved success on crusade without papal involvement.
That's all, my friends. Do bless me by clicking like and subscribe button. Also don't forget to share and comment. Meet you in some other informative video related to Christianity. Goodbye for now. God bless you.